G'day guys, Brinley from Ozhammer, the Hobo King himself. I'm sure you're all wondering why you've clicked on this video. Actually, you're probably not wondering at all. I'd probably called it something really lame like Brinley's Adventure into Infinity. And that's exactly what we're here to do. We are here to do a quick foray into Infinity over a couple of episodes, which will take me from assembling an army, building an army, painting an army, list building with an army, and then playing with the army. And so this is the first part of it. So this is going to be me building a starter force of PanO straight out of the Icestorm box. It's very exciting. These are all quite fresh, quite new miniatures. I'm assured that these were part of the pre-order before Infinity was all cool. So this is going to be really exciting. I can't wait. I personally hope I speed this video up, or it's going to be incredibly boring for you because I work really slowly. Anyway guys, see how this goes. It should be exciting.
So before we start actually gluing the models together, there's a couple of things we need to remember with metal models. So the first thing is that when they're produced in a certain way. That means a lot of them will actually have a lot of tabs and a lot of little mold lines and a lot of joins on them. That will be a bit of an issue, especially for us when we're trying to glue them together, as it can create a bit of an obstruction. Sorry, just trying to get this miniature out. Quite a bit of an obstruction when it actually comes to gluing. So as you can see, so just in this sword just alone, so you can already see that there's a fair amount of tabs. There's a fair amount of extra little nibs and knobs on the model that need to be removed before we're actually going to be able to start gluing. And so we're actually going to start doing that now. We're going to do that for all of them. This is going to be sped up, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. So the tools that you're going to need, a sharp scalpel. Usually use a knife. I mean, if you want to use a Stanley knife, you can absolutely go nuts. It's quite large and unwieldy. Not my favourite. Now you're going to want a pair of decently sized jeweler's pliers. So you don't want like massive parrot beak pliers. You want a nice small set. I use Citadel because I've been miniature modelling for quite a while, so they're definitely a good pair that I like, and a nice decent dome back file. So it's actually quite coarse and actually does the job quite well. It's a bit small. It's able to get into all the places that you need to. So before we go actually straight into me sped up smashing through all this stuff, what we want to do is that I just want you guys to understand that they've got a complaint code that allows you to contact them if there's something actually missing or something damaged that's in your bag, which is a level of customer service that I'm actually not used to being a Games Workshop boy for such a long time. So we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to start cleaning everything. It'll be nice and sped up, so you guys should be able to get through it. But you guys will be able to see the process and how I work through and get through all the different bits. So anyway, without any further ado, we'll just crack on and we'll start cleaning these miniatures off.
Alright, so I'm a couple through, and one of the things I'm finding is that another tool that I'm finding that I need is a tiny pair of pliers, because they've got these tiny little aerial things here that are really difficult to clean. So if you're just trying to hold it by yourself, it's very hard to get a knife in or a file in and start to scrape around there. And so I found that a pair of pliers has actually been really quite beneficial, allowing to get anything from the file and get it onto those points and just bring it down, and actually able to gives you a fair bit more control without actually damaging the model. I'm not entirely sure where these goes, but hopefully I'll be able to work it out in the near future. But yeah, as you can see, it's just a little bit easy to hold. I'll just scrape through. Anyway, we'll keep going, and I apologise for the audio quality before. The camera speakers, camera microphones decided to stand on instead of my fantastic, very expensive condenser mic. So anyway, we'll just keep going and Hopefully you guys don't get too bored. Alright, so we've just finished getting all the extra flash, all the extra sprue, all the extra metal filings off our miniatures, but we're still not quite ready to start gluing them together yet. The reason is that we still need to wash them. Why would I need to wash my metal miniatures that have been in a sealed bag in a sterile factory, you may ask? Well, it's a good question, because these miniatures are such high quality and they've got such fantastic detail in them. The only reason they can get them like that is through a molding process that requires them to coat the mold in a silicon or like a Teflon powder that allows the metal to basically just flow through into all the cracks and all the nooks. Now the problem with that is that when they crack the mold, is that your miniatures are still coated with this compound, which makes it quite difficult for glue to adhere to paint to adhere to, for base coat to adhere to. So by cleaning them now in warm soapy water with a toothbrush, it means that we're able to get all that extra crap off, all that dirt and all that filing that we've just put on our miniature from cutting all the extra sprue and crap off. So all you need is obviously some soapy water, an old toothbrush, paper towel so you can dry them off, and then up the back you just want like another extra dish of just clean water that you can just clean off the soap suds on, so it's just like your dishes. Not a big deal, super easy. Tip for young players, don't get your stuff mixed up like I'm about to. So you can just watch me do this now. There we go, all nice and clean. We'll just let them dry for a few more minutes. I actually did realize that you could probably just achieve the same thing by spraying them with isopropyl, but we'll do that later when we go to prep for painting. Anyway, we should be on to gluing now. Alright, here we are, finally up to the gluing stage. So with these models, we've already cleaned them, we've prepped them, they're good to go. So basically, I'm just going to pick one and I'm going to start. So I'll just tell you which glue I'm using. So I'm using a Loctite 403. It's actually pretty decent. It's actually quite strong. It's a little bit stronger than your average Loctite, and I've just had it sitting upside down, so I've got a nice clear bead ready to go. So I'm just going to pick one. We'll just go with this one here. And all we're going to do is we're just going to run a line along here. Probably on the book, a little bit on the book. Just tear it off nice and quick. It gets pretty stringy if you're not too careful, and we're just going to straight up attach it to the base. Nothing too technical, and Loctite will actually start to adhere quite quickly. So pull it down here. Put a bit of pressure on it. Shouldn't be too difficult. And just let it go from there. So do that for the rest of them. We'll just do one at a time. Anyway, we'll speed this up so you guys can watch. And look at that, a little bit of movie magic later and they're all finished, and no one had to sit through 30 minutes of me swearing and gluing my things together. Right, so there we go. Miniatures are built. We've gone from unpacking them to prepping them to cleaning them to gluing them together, and now they're ready for painting. One of the things that I really enjoyed about these miniatures is the absolute phenomenal amount of detail on them. These are amazing miniatures. I think they're in the 32mm scale because they're just a little bit bigger than the Warhammer models that I'm used to, but my goodness, they're going to be absolutely amazing to paint, which will be the next part of this video. So this concludes this one. This is a construction, and the next video to look out for will be me painting them. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm Brindley, the Hobo King, and I'm from Warhammer. I'll catch you later.